Hello, this is Ian Tsai with Life's Work Acupuncture in Milpitas, California. Today I'm giving a little peek into my presentation on the healthy mind, how to head off dementia, brain fog, and forgetfulness, with a little chapter about the heart and the heart system. Now, in Chinese medicine, there's 5 elements. We organize what's going on in the body based on these 5 primary elements. And as you can see, heart is related to fire at the top of the diagram here. And of course, it's going to have impacts on earth and metal directly. It's going to push down towards those. And it's going to be affected by what's going on in wood and water. But fire itself, you might consider it's going to have excess issues, it's going to have deficiency issues, but you've got to balance that so that you're neither draining too much from the upstream and you're not dumping too much on the downstream. So the heart system in Chinese medicine is known as the emperor of all emotions, but also the mind, because the heart, of course, is connected to the cardiovascular system. It's going to be moving that blood through your brain, keeping that energized and fresh. The human brain is the #1 consumer of calories in the body, usually. So, you've got to keep that blood pumping to have a strong brain going on. And emotion-wise, the emperor of all emotions here, in charge of everything, but it's primarily affected by its relationship with joy. So let's start discussing first about deficiency of the heart. And you might recognize this as that the emotions of the patient are dull, they're just muted, they're not really expressing themselves well. And you're going to have a patient with poor circulation and low energy. Maybe their skin's a little bit cold, a little bit clammy to the touch, paler color because the blood's not moving well. Well, and the solution to this problem is you want to be nourishing the heart with red foods. The heart is right up there with blood. Its key color is red, like the fire. And so you're going to be looking at foods like tomatoes and red peppers. So tomatoes, you've got the lycopene in there. That's very important for the cardiovascular health. Keeps the arteries healthy and the heart pumping. And the same thing with red peppers. Got a lot of vitamins and minerals. And if you're getting the spicy peppers, it's also warming. So whereas deficiency of the heart is cold, you're going to be wanting to warm the body to get the benefits of a healthy heart. So of course, you can't just eat. I recommend that you go out and train your body lightly to slowly build up your body's capacities with any exercise that's going to be a little bit fun. You want to stimulate some kind of joy and just go out there and, no judgment, do something that is fun, because too much sitting around is going to sap the heart and make it weaker. So looking here next is this the possibility that your heart can actually be in excess. When you've got too much of joy in the heart, you might think of that as too much satisfaction with what's been happening in your life. You're going to run out of ambition, anticipation, and growth, because it's going to consume those things. You're just so happy with the way things are that you don't think there's anything left to do. I suggest that in this kind of situation, your joy may come in the form of mastery in a certain skill or satisfaction with your financial situation. But I suggest that you take this joy and you share it in some kind of community service. Take on, again, some kind of fun, interesting challenge, some kind of interaction. Be spontaneous with what you're going to be picking. Try not to judge yourself, because as we'll see in the liver system, if you're too picky about what you're trying to do, you're going to clog up your decision making, you're going to block yourself from experiencing life. And so here on the excess slide, at least, I'm talking a little bit about, there being an emotional and psychological thing going on in your life. But, acupuncture can still help with these by releasing some channels in your body and letting go of that, mindset. So this slide here just goes into some of the research that's going into the scientific and Western medical side of this. Up top, you've got a couple of studies talking about how tomatoes and lycopene are related, that eating tomatoes and tomato products contains lycopene, is directly related to the lycopene in the blood system, and how that decreases the risk of chronic diseases such as cardiovascular issues, cancer issues. And then with epidemiological studies here in this next one, you're seeing another confirmatory study that when lycopene serum levels are higher, the levels in the blood are higher, then mortality from all kinds of heart and cardiovascular issues goes down. That's great news. Red peppers, on the other hand, we see here directly helps people to eat the right amount of food, not to overeat. And by stimulating the sympathetic nervous system, what this means is that people are, or the bodies are primed for going out and exercising a little bit more. Whereas maybe, you know, if your body's cold, if your spirit is cold, you're not going to want to go do those things. But eating red peppers helps your body feel a little bit more prepared to go out and interact with the world. So just a quick review here. Of course, you're going to be thinking about what you can do on your own to support your heart. But acupuncture can help in many ways. Of course, we're going to be helping with the physical issues in case you've got pains. We can help with your circulation, which is good for the heart and the cardiovascular system. But also, it helps balance your mental and emotional states, helps with your immune system in case you're trying to fight off any kind of infections. The Mayo Clinic itself, you know, recognizes this internationally, that there are many things that acupuncture can do for you. So if you have any questions about this, please feel free to contact me. My cell phone number here, my business cell phone is here, and of course my email. You can also leave questions in the comments, and I'll be glad to help you out. So I hope to see you well. Have a great day.